All right, so 10 red flags in women that you should never ignore. Let's go through them. I only have guy friends because girls are too much drama, or anything along those lines. All women crave female companionship because it's healthy for them, and a well adjusted woman will be able to maintain a healthy relationship with her fellow women. When a woman says she's usually better about the fact that other women don't like her, and there's a probably good reason for it. I kind of disagree with this, to be honest. My girlfriend only has like one good friend, and to be honest, she's not really that good of a friend in my opinion. But really, I kind of seem to agree with these girls. Like, if a girl has like guy friends when she's single, hey, bro, I would too. Like, not gonna lie, man, women are fucking useless as friends. Have you seen ever like three girls go to a restaurant and then they argue about who pays the bill? Or like they want to do not like 50-50, but like 32, 33, 33. Like, everybody pays for what they ate. But then, oh, but you invited us. And then they start arguing. Like, women aren't really like good with each other a lot of the times, unless they're very, very compatible. So, what I'd say, bro, is if a girl is like single and has guy friends, I can kind of understand why. Those guys are trying to smash. She just wants, someone to listen to her, which guys would pretend to listen to her, just in order to smash. And girls just like really are better friends with men, usually on average. And I know that's a crazy thing to say in this red pill space and everything. I mean, girls can really have like one or two really good female friends that they really get along with. But in general, bro, girls are a lot of drama, and I can totally understand that, bro. As a guy, there's no other reason why you would want to have a female friend other than to smash. And that's like probably like the stupidest thing you can do, bro. Honestly, it's just not worth it for a guy, but that's like a whole other conversation. But I can understand this, so I disagree with this first one. If a girl has a lot of guy friends when she's single, I understand that, bro. To be honest, I don't judge her. Now, obviously, when she's in a relationship, you have to tell her to stop, or it's either them or me, But it's like that's time to get serious. All her exes are toxic, abusive, narcissistic, etc., according to her. Oh man, a lot of women out there have been in at least one toxic or abusive relationship, but unless she had a really bad luck, it's very unlikely that every man she dated falls into these categories. Even if there's some truth to her stories, remember that it's only her side of the story, and chances are that she's deliberately leaving some key information. Chances also are that what she's going to say about you if things. But I would say that there is a possibility that all her five exes were abusive and were genuinely abusive, objectively. Why do I think that? I don't know what's that paradox or law, called, but basically, people in general like familiarity. So if a girl was, and I mentioned this in a video previously, if a girl has been kidnapped for more than 2 years and then they rescue her, she tends to really choose men similar to their kidnapper with similar traits, etc. It's like you can beat the fuck out of a girl and she might stay with you, but she won't if you're boring. Okay? And if a girl really had a lot of abusive relationships, you don't want to do that, okay, bro? Just like leave that for another guy. Okay, find a girl that has been pure, ideally a virgin, and find a girl that has been had a loving parents or at least a loving dad. Okay, so yeah, so there's a possibility that all of them were like abusive, but even if they were, you wouldn't really want to mess with those types of girls. So that's the first thing. She's blatantly misandrist. I don't know what that word means. The most dead giveaway is that her social media has several posts going on about how men are trash and similar things. It's one thing if she laughs at the occasional joke about men's expense about men's expense, but if it's her entire sense of humor, then it's probably more than humor to her. Any sane man would run the hills and not look back the second he sees her social media like this. Yeah, bro, these girls are more masculine. They don't really want to be submissive to a guy. They don't really like to, these girls won't ever cook for you. These girls won't ever like be good girlfriends, and I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, if a girl just has a distaste or like hates men for some reason, regardless of her previous experience, that's unacceptable in a relationship because her behavior in the relationship will respond to that. So the fourth one, feminism is her personality. Uh-oh. Feminists, bro. Avoid them at all costs. I have some experiences with feminists in the past, bro. These women usually tell on themselves in their dating profile, social media, or media bias, but if it's not there, it will show up in her social media posts for sure. Probably goes a bit hand in hand with the above. Unless you want to be constantly reminded of patriarchy and constant discussion about gender issues, she's more trouble than she's worth. Yeah, women that think that they're equal to men, no, 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 bro. You don't want to date those types of girls. You want to avoid them as much as possible. Trust me on that. She's friends with her exes and other guys that she's dated in the past. It's one thing entirely if she keeps it civil with an ex because they have mutual friends, but it's another thing entirely if she meets up with him to grab dinner for a one-on-one hangout at one of their houses in the evening. Yeah, I had experience with this as well. My ex-girlfriend, who I was with for a year and a half, bro. I found out really towards the end of the relationship that she was still fucking that guy when we met, like for the first month. And bro, that just hit me fucking hard, bro. Like whilst I was fucking this girl, another dude was fucking her, and I only found out about that like a year and a half later when she told me, and I didn't know it the whole time. That was painful, bro. Six, she gets suspicious when it comes to other women. It's one thing if you're doing something to $6 yourself. I don't know what that means, but it's a whole other thing entirely if she gets upset at you so much as look at another woman, let alone be around other women without her present. Yeah, I mean, look, man, if a girl is jealous, honestly, I just play the game, bro. I just give her more reasons to be jealous because it's fun, first of all, and second of all, women are really good when they're anxious. I know that this does not sound good on the internet, but it's the truth. Okay, girls when they are competitive, they're the best girlfriends ever. Unless she's trying to be controlling, then she will demand your loyalty, your sexual exclusivity, and they will not try to give you a reason for that. That's a girl that you want to avoid. But any good girl, like any good girl that hasn't had many experiences with man, has been raised to be feminine and all of that, as soon as she gets a little bit jealous, she will start massaging you after you come home from the gym. She will do go miles and above, bro, for you. So yeah, you have to like kind of see what's her response to jealousy because it's just like demanding and yelling at you and all of that and being a worse girlfriend. Avoid that. Okay. So boss bitch, yes, queen slay. I'm a strong, independent woman, bad bitch energy. Truly empowered women don't feel the need to constantly remind everyone about it. At best, these women are likely compensating for an insecurity. At worst, they're probably narcissists, just justifying their actions. Bro, how does this guy type, bro? Anyways, these girls are just masculine, you know what I mean? Like, hey, if you want to be a fucking sugar baby for one of these girls for a couple of months, go for it, bro. I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. If you meet a rich girl, you might learn some business from her, some business advice from her, but don't take her seriously. Another thing I would tell you is, bro, if you're a successful guy, get a broke bitch. Get a McDonald's worker. Go to McDonald's and find those workers, bro, and try to find like an 18-year-old fucking girl that's trying to make some extra money at McDonald's. That's like the best type of girl. Okay. And find a girl that doesn't want like a super career that would take her time away from being a mother and all of that. Find a girl that puts love first and family first and then career second, you know. Find a girl that really just wants to have fun. Like not the general type of fun like going to the clubs, etc., but like traveling with her man, you know, and all of that. It's like find those types of girls. You know, it's like a girl's most feminine trait to be like kind of like childish, just want to have fun. Not she doesn't know how much things cost. She doesn't know about how hard you're working, etc. A girl is not supposed to know how hard you're working. You know, like my girl has no idea how hard I work because first of all, I don't need to tell her, right? And even if I told her, she wouldn't understand it. And that's the type of girl you want because if you want a girl that works hard as fuck as well, she has to put herself in a more masculine. She brings that energy to you. At that point, you should just date a dude if you want some masculine energy. You know what I mean? Like that's my opinion on it. She complains that all men are intimidated by her personality, intelligence, or success. There are some men out there who are intimidated by women out there, but they whine about women on the internet instead of dating them. The only women that truly intimidate confident men are psychos. However, it's far more likely that men aren't so much intimidated by her as just find her insufferable. That is true. If a girl says you gotta handle me, you can handle me, like a black girl says that, bro, you don't want to handle a woman. You know what I mean? So, you want a girl that's gonna make your life easier, bro. And just like when you come home, everything gets easier. When she comes to your place, etc. Yeah, that's what you want. You don't want another fucking argumentative bitch or something like that. You know what I mean? She expects you to cover the cost of Uber from day to day. Hold on, I don't understand this. She expects you to cover the cost of the Uber from the date or gas, hair nail appointment, or babysitting for a kid. It's one of the things paid for dinner. Won't get into that. But other things aren't your responsibility. Yeah, if a girl isn't your girlfriend or just meeting her for the first or second time, like, yeah, of course, pay for the dinner if you're taking her to dinner, or pay for the coffee, or for the, I don't know, gym pass, or wherever you're going for the first and second date. But if you're not fucking her, you shouldn't pay for her personal stuff, like her fucking babysitting or for Uber. Actually, for the Uber, I would agree. Like, if the girl comes, like, has to Uber to your place, and she broke, bro, you should pay for her Uber, even if it's not to your place, even if it's a fucking coffee shop or whatever. It's like it would be kind of like the gentlemanly thing to do, or for you to like take her home, like drop her home with your car. You know what I mean? But to pay for her gas, to pay for a nail appointment, babysitting for a kid, no. But of course, a man should pay for the date. So if that includes her getting there, I kind of would agree with that for the Uber, for example, or for you dropping her off home. So the last one, she shows up unreasonably late to dates without a good reason and doesn't apologize about it. Running 10-15 minutes is late since traffic is unpredictable. Hell, even 30 minutes if she apologizes after and doesn't make a habit of it. Your time is valuable, and if she's constantly showing up late without a good reason, then assume she doesn't respect your time. This is absolutely true. And honestly, if a girl shows up like more than 10-15 minutes late, bro, I'm just like gonna bounce. You know what I mean? So usually also this is another lesson. Never book a date only her. You know what I mean? Like, you have a date at 3 p.m. with this girl. So I'm going to the city just to meet this girl. Never fucking do that. Book a date at the time on a day where you go to the gym and book her after the gym. Because if she doesn't show up, you would have went to the gym anyway. So you're in the city anyways. Or if you live in the city, then it's whatever. If it's like a fucking 10-minute walk, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, don't take, like, if the commute is more than like 10-15 minutes, bro, don't fucking book only her if it's like a first 3 dates. You know what I mean? And of course, if she comes up late and she doesn't have a really good reason for it, I'd say don't text her and let her text you first. If she tries to get a date with you again, a second date, then she's interested. You know? So that's just my opinion on it, to be honest. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I'm not gonna read the comments because people on Reddit are fucking weird. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you agree or disagree with, or any other, like, sort of, how should I say this, other red flags that weren't mentioned here. Drop it off in the comments, and yeah, if you need any help with your dating life, DM me on Instagram, and catch you on next.